day, guys and girls. So today we're going to be talking about cleaning AirAid Synthemax dry filter for any vehicle that has this installed. And little secret here, this also works for AEM filters as well. And the even bigger secret that those other videos that are talking about cleaning AEM filters and AirAid filters is that you can use an all-purpose cleaner like any of the ones that you see here. Now, the older instructions on the AirAid actually says Simple Green Formula 409 or equivalent works great. You won't find that in their instructions anymore. So these instructions are quite old. I don't even know if AirAid actually makes an air intake for my specific vehicle anymore, but I know at one point that AEM was even saying to use K&N, just the cleaner, to actually clean the filters because they didn't have their own product. They do now. They have their own specific cleaner, as does AirAid. AirAid has their own cleaner kit, but this is more for the one that has the oiled media in it, AirAid oiled media. This isn't for the Synthemax. So kudos to AirAid for actually putting in their instructions that you can use Spray 9, or in this case Gunk all-purpose cleaner, to clean everything. So we're going to get on to the cleaning and show you just how much dirt's in there. So full disclosure, I'm not sponsored by any of these companies here, but also full disclosure, I have about 150,000 kilometers on this filter. Never cleaned it before. You can see, it's probably hard to see on camera, but there is, especially on the back side where it's picking up through the intake tube, quite a bit of bugs. And there's a bee right there. So yeah, it's probably long overdue for a clean. Like I said, 150,000 kilometers, probably roughly about 80,000 miles for our American friends. Shout out to our American, and really anybody who's watching around the world. Shout out to everybody. How you doing? Thanks for watching. We're going to get on with the cleaning. So the removal of the filter is actually quite simple. There is a band clamp that is holding everything together, and you can remove this a bunch of ways. It can be removed as simply as using a flathead screwdriver. You could also use a nut driver or a handle attachment with a socket head, or you can use a small ratchet with extension. Even without the extension, the deep socket would be able to get it in this case. I'm just trying to show you as many examples as I can think of to get that off of there. You could also try yelling at it, you know, insulting it. That might get it off of there too, but we're going to go with these tools. Just simple screwdriver, loosen everything off. Show you the simplest way with the simplest tool. So that clamp is loose now, and there might be some debris that's kind of in there holding everything in, but all we're going to do is basically shake it back and forth. Lift up, and that's it. We'll move on to the next step, which is cleaning it. Okay, so we're ready to start our cleaning process, but what I'd like to start out by saying is, first of all, yes, this is the first time that I've cleaned one of these filters here, the ones that are non-oiled, but I have cleaned K&N filters, probably a good half dozen times. The process is the exact same, other than the K&N filters require the oil at the end, but process here is very much the same. So what we're going to start by doing, we're going to get rid of this clamp. We don't need it. It's just going to get in the way. So we've got our filter now. What you want to start by doing is tapping out. So what that does is it gets rid of the bulk of the bigger material. get some of the bugs out of there. Basically what this is going to do is it's going to allow the cleaner to get that much closer to the filter and get on the filter as opposed to sitting on this big material. Now, if you have the ability, I would highly suggest that you take, this is just a blower attachment for your air compressor. Light pressure, light pressure. Do not crank on the trigger. You don't need that much. I don't know if you guys could see that, and girls could see that, but we got a little bit more to come out. So basically, it gets the big debris out of there, so that the liquid can be applied, and get down to the filter media where it's supposed to be. So we're ready to actually put the spray nine or your general purpose cleaner of choice onto the filter. We're going to start on the outside. I like to start with the stream. And basically all we're going to do is we're going to saturate this entire filter. You can actually see it kind of getting cleaner where it's hitting. So we want to saturate this, and we want to keep it wet for 10 minutes. You don't want this to dry out. Don't want this to dry out at all, because then it's not doing its job. You're going to actually go inside. That's why you want the stream, so that the stream gets exactly where you need it to be. This way you're keeping everything saturated. So we're going to let that set up for 10 minutes, and we're going to show you the rinsing. Hey guys and girls, so before we move to actually rinsing this out, I want to see if I can get this to work. So there's a bunch of cleaner that's actually in the bottom right now. Let's see if we can get this. There it goes. So the cleaner was sitting in the bottom here, and this was just the stuff that came out from just applying the product. You can see how cloudy that is, how dark that is. Like, that's insane. So it shows a couple things. First of all, I probably should have cleaned this earlier, but second of all, that the filter does its job. So let's move over to cleaning this and rinsing it. Well, it's the moment of truth, guys and girls. So we're down here at my laundry tub. I happen to have a sprayer that I can use. I realize not everybody has this, so you can use a garden hose with a sprayer. Just put the sprayer on like a really fine setting. Also, you could use just the hose itself, and you can actually control it with your finger to try to get more pressure out of it or not. You don't need a ton of pressure. You don't want to blow anything out. Make sure that you're washing from the inside out, because you don't want to push. You don't want to basically push that dirt further into the filter. You want to get it out through the filter the way that it came in. So all we're going to do in my case is turn the water on. You can see that it's a nice gentle stream. Oh, I hope that's getting on film. Look at that. So the filter's doing its job. Again, nice steady flow. That is really all you need. What a difference. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take a little bit, wash it down on the outside. So I know I said that you have to wash from the inside out, but if you're got the bulk of everything cleaned, there really is no harm in trying to rinse kind of at an angle down on the outside. The issue that I'm having, and I hope that it's showing up on camera, is there's some bugs that are just absolutely wedged in there. Their little feet and appendages get kind of locked up in this. And really the only way to get that out is with a brush. I don't know if you can see it there. Is really with a brush and kind of rinsing down from the outside. So take yourself a brush that's not too aggressive. See how we've dislodged everything already? There's something right there. There's another one right there. So you're basically going to loosen everything, and you're going to take a light spray on the outside at a downward angle so that you're not pushing it back into the filter as much. And that's pretty much got it right there. So you can see the difference now. There's one little bug I think right there still, so we're going to work at that, but you get the idea. Hopefully you guys and girls found the video informative. What you need to do next is to just let this naturally air dry, or you can take a bit of compressed air and actually blow it out. So if you found the video informative, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Tell me why down in the comments. If you're new to the channel, think about hitting subscribe. We're adding content like this all the time, something to help you out with the cars, the house, yard maintenance, whatever it might be. Till the next video, take it easy, and you never know unless you bear.